Hello my viewers and welcome back to my channel. Subscribe, like, and don't forget to be part of this conversation by sharing your comments, views on this video. Now, as Black people celebrate freedom, they honor the resilience of our ancestors and the power of liberation. Juneteenth, a day that marks the emancipation of enslaved people in the United States, is a testament to the human spirit's ability to persevere and overcome. Now, as we commemorate this significant day, we are reminded that freedom is not just a destination, but a journey, and what a journey it has been. From the streets of Galveston to the hearts of Black people everywhere, Juneteenth is a celebration of joy, reflection, and rest. Yes, rest. Because as our sister so eloquently put it, that's what our ancestors would have wanted. So let's take a moment to listen to the voices of our community, to learn from their experiences and to amplify their stories. With that said, join me as we take a look into the significance of Juneteenth and discover how our fellow Black brothers and sisters are honoring this sacred day. I'll be right back.
To all my Black people, man, happy Juneteenth. Happy We Built This Country Day. I hope we can all take some time and embrace that Harriet Tubman and that Nat Turner energy. Hold your head high, be proud of who you are and where you come from, and also use today as a day of relaxation and appreciation. And be sure to show our ancestors some appreciation for all the hard work and sacrifices that they have made to get us to this point of where we are today. We all understand that we have a lot of work ahead of us, and we will accomplish that. You know, we will be better than all right. We will continue to be great. But let's be present in today, and, you know, let's just focus on enjoying our people, embracing our brothers and sisters. If you working today, try to get off early, steal from the white man if you can. If you already are off, pour yourself a glass of wine, roll up, kick your feet up, play some music, rev up them fryers, light up that grill, and everybody just enjoy their time today, man. Don't think about anything too much. Just be proud of who you are. Be happy to be Black. And show your people love, man. You know, we deserve to be here. We done and contributed more of our fair share, and we gonna get what we deserve. But today we gonna relax and we gonna appreciate each other.
Okay, so everybody should know by now that Juneteenth is celebrated every year on June 19th and is to commemorate the emancipation of enslaved people in the United States. But just imagine for a second if you was a slave. You ain't got no rights. People are fighting over ownership of your body, like... No, wait, that's 2024. That's this year. Okay, so listen real quick. As you reflect on Juneteenth this year, can we all just remember how important it is to prioritize the national effort, okay, to protect voting rights? Can we just do that? Because, honey, if not, it's giving pre-Civil War. It ain't funny, but it's about to be true, okay? And I don't know about you, friend, but I don't want to be nobody's property, okay? I get hot fast. I be hungry all the time, and if you hit me, I got a tendency to hit back. So I don't think it's my line of work. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something else. Whoo, child, please, can we make sure we all vote?
Am I the only one who keeps getting asked, like, what are you doing for Juneteenth? What are you doing for Juneteenth? Nothing. I ain't doing shit, okay? I'm resting. I am resting today because that's what my ancestors would have wanted. Rest. Okay? So happy Juneteenth. Support a Black business today. Actually, I think I will do one thing today. I will do one thing today, and that is ponder. I will ponder today because I've noticed over the past few days, some of our non-Black brothers and sisters, I've seen comments on this app and other apps stating that they don't know why we celebrate Juneteenth and that it's not a real holiday. And I feel like this is the same group that like loves Cinco de Mayo and St. Patrick's Day. They were just drinking green beer and they're Italian like 5 seconds ago. So I don't know. I'll spend the day pondering why that is. And if you want to help lighten my load today, if you are one of these people, let me know in the comments why that is. I don't know. Anywho, happy Juneteenth.
Juneteenth is this week, and for those of you who aren't from Texas or who are unfamiliar with the holiday, here are 3 things that you need to know. Number 1, Juneteenth is not a new holiday. Juneteenth actually commemorates the day on June 19th, 1865, in which General Gordon Granger came to Galveston, Texas with 2,000 Union troops to let the last slaves know that they were indeed free and had been actually free for 2 years prior to that. The next year, some former slaves gathered together in Galveston to commemorate the day, and the holiday's been celebrated annually ever since. Number 2, yes, Juneteenth is a federal holiday. In 2021, President Biden signed a declaration making Juneteenth a federal holiday, But it's actually been celebrated for a lot longer than that. Texas enacted it as a state holiday back in 1980 and has been celebrated in the state every year ever since. And number 3, the most important part, how to celebrate. A lot of communities and cities have their own celebrations that include parades or big community gatherings. But a lot of families also hold their own gatherings like big barbecues or even family reunions, like mine does. Regardless of how you celebrate, you'll probably see a lot of red foods and even some of the Juneteenth flag decorations. It's that red, white, and blue flag that's supposed to represent the resiliency of slaves, but also has a lot of ties to the US flag and the Texas state flag. So regardless of how you celebrate, take this day to celebrate with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and reflect back and maybe learn a little bit more about the history of slavery here in the United States. Happy Juneteenth.
Be careful when you do too much for people. They start loving your hands and not your heart.
If the Emancipation Proclamation was signed on January 1st, why is Juneteenth June 19th? That's because it took 2 years and 6 months for all slaves to actually be free. Texas was the last standing state of the Confederacy, and on June 19th, 1865, Union General Gordon Granger announced the abolishment of slavery in Galveston, Texas. So this date marks the official abolishment of slavery. Like and follow for more Juneteenth facts. My brand will be celebrating Juneteenth all week. Use the code JUNE15 for 15% off everything on my site.
All right, you all, I'm back with another list. Here are the rules for celebrating Juneteenth. Rule number 1, straight at the gate, I need you to tell your employee to what? Prepare the others. Why? Because you won't be there. This is a federal holiday. And for those that can't take off because their job doesn't offer it, I need you to do the bare minimum. Do you hear me? And show up late. If they could be 900 days late telling us we were free, you can be late for work. Number 2, we are eating. Who's on the grill? Listen, your feet need to be Auntie Wide and Uncle Long to flip them burgers. Do you understand me? We are hula hooping, double dutching, playing spade. We are having a grand time on Juneteenth. Number 3, we are not spending our day trying to educate people on what happened in 1865, June 19th. Do you understand me? If they don't know, they need to pick up a book. It's not your job. Get back over to the spades table now. Number 4, we're not dealing with any microaggressions. We're not dealing with any profiling. We're not dealing with any racism on Juneteenth. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, thank you. Next. Number 5, we're getting cute and we're going to all the events. We're celebrating with our people. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're patronizing everywhere. Now, I will say, I would like the club promoters to not put dashikis on the models on the club flyers. That's not what this is about. And number 6, we don't have to do anything. Don't ask me to do nothing. I don't have to. Are you asking me to do something on Juneteenth? Feels kind of racist. I don't like it.
Tell me if you can see the problem with this email. In observance of Juneteenth, this office will be closed this Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. This day holds great significance as we celebrate and honor every individual whose efforts and sacrifices have contributed to the freedoms we enjoy today. Go to the comments. Tell me what's wrong with that. Is it Juneteenth or is it Memorial Day? Is it Juneteenth or is it Flag Day? Is it Juneteenth or is it Veterans Day? This day holds great significance as we celebrate. No, tell us what the day is about. Tell us what Juneteenth is about. I think this email displays exactly what Juneteenth isn't. This email is passive. This email lacks context. This email lacks nuance. For those who don't know, Juneteenth is the day that commemorates when the final enslaved Black people in America, in Texas, and this was after the Civil War ended. It was after all the other enslaved people were free. Now, we all know that chattel slavery and slavery as a whole in the United States did not end with the Civil War. But Juneteenth commemorates an important step in that process. So non-Black people, let's use context, nuance, and go support a Black business on Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth, my people. Happy Juneteenth. I got a proposal. I got a proposal for this day, right? I just think it's a shame that Black people working today. If I was president, Black people wouldn't be working and you would get full day pay. If you mixed, you would get the day off, but you'll get half. You'll get half the pay. I think that's very fair. Do you? I don't care. For my non-Black people, you will have to work half the day. And check this out. Check this out. Although you're not Black, I would give you 25% of your pay for Juneteenth. You know, I just think it's only fair. I don't know any other way I could compromise those numbers. Big Bo for president, man. Vote me president. I got y'all.
Now, the videos beautifully captures the essence of Juneteenth, a celebration of freedom, resilience, and the unwavering spirit of Black people in America. The diverse perspectives and experiences shared by the individuals in these videos highlight the complexity and richness of this holiday. Now, the sister who chose to spend Juneteenth resting, honoring her ancestors' desire for relaxation and peace, is a powerful reminder that freedom isn't just about action, but also about self-care and rejuvenation. The historical context provided, including General Gordon Granger's arrival in Galveston, Texas, to announce the emancipation of enslaved people, serves as a vital reminder of the significance of this day. These videos are a testament to the importance of community storytelling and collective celebration. They encourage us to reflect on our shared history, honor our ancestors' struggles and triumphs, and continue striving for true freedom and equality. Juneteenth is not just a holiday, it is a movement, a reminder that freedom is a continuous journey, not a destination. Now, the mission of the Juneteenth celebration is to commemorate the emancipation of the last enslaved Africans in the United States. On June 19, 1865, Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, to enforce the Emancipation Proclamation. Although the Emancipation Proclamation had been issued over 2 years prior, the news was withheld from many enslaved Africans, and today, Black people celebrate the freedom and continued legacy of resistance, empowerment, and community building. Now, Frederick Douglass once famously asked, "What to a slave is the 4th of July?" to honor the anniversary of the freedom granted to those enslaved African Americans. A similar question is pondered: what is the significance of Juneteenth to the Black community? Now, Juneteenth is a significant date in American history and the African American experience. The name is a play on the date of June 19, 1865. On that day, the Union Army made its way into Galveston, Texas, under the leadership of General Gordon Granger, and he announced to the people of Texas that all enslaved African Americans were free. Now, even though we know that Emancipation Proclamation freed African Americans in rebelling states, Texas being one of them, from as early as it is when the proclamation went into effect on January 1st, 1863, and we know that the Civil War had ended in April of 1865. It took a while for freedom to make its way to the westernmost rebelling state. Now, although there were enslavers who were aware of the implementation of the Emancipation Proclamation, it wasn't until June 19th, 1865, that it was actually enforced with the Union Army. June 19th freed enslaved people in the rebelling states, but it did not free enslaved people throughout the nation. Now, keep in mind there were still border states which were still part of the Union. They had not seceded from the Union, and they still maintained slavery. Maryland, for example, was one of them. It took the creation of the Emancipation Proclamation, the end of the Civil War, and the passage of the 13th Amendment to finally end slavery throughout the nation. Now, the Reconstruction amendments are significant as they came into being after the end of the Civil War. They include the 13th Amendment that ended slavery. The 14th Amendment provides citizenship, due process, and equal protection. And the 15th Amendment provides the opportunity to vote and hold office. Juneteenth does have its roots in that specific moment, but there are also similarities to emancipation celebrations across the African diaspora and across the nation. From this post-Civil War period and well into the early 20th century, there were several commemorative events around emancipation, not just in Texas. Now, other states have emancipation days, such as Mississippi on May 8th, Florida on May 20th, Washington, D.C. on April 16th, and Maryland on November 1st. Now, the Emancipation Proclamation Exposition in October 1913 was created by W.E.B. Du Bois and the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People to serve the purpose of racial uplift and to celebrate Black progress over the 50 years between 1863 and 1913. It involved not just traditional entertainment, but also speeches, pageants, and poetry, as well as discussions about contemporary events and unalivings. Now, Juneteenth is a time to reflect. What does it mean to really celebrate the freedom? What does it mean to be free in moments where freedom is conditional and freedom is always a challenge? Juneteenth is a moment to think about freedom being conditional freedom, and it is something that Black people must continuously strive and fight for. Now, I can go on and on, but all in all, Juneteenth is a sacred day in the Black community commemorating the emancipation emancipation of enslaved people in the United States. It symbolizes freedom, resilience, and the unwavering spirit of Black people. Now, this holiday honors the ancestors who endured the brutality of slavery and celebrates the joy, culture, and heritage that has been passed down through generations. Now, as different Black people celebrate Juneteenth this year, I invite you, my fellow Black viewers, to share your thoughts, stories, and experiences. How does Juneteenth make you feel? What traditions do you observe? What does freedom mean to you? Let's come together to amplify voices on our ancestors and celebrate our collective strength. Thank you for always watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up by tapping on the like button. And of course, let's meet in the comment section as we talk more about this.